Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This right here, we have Trump. He's placing DC police under federal control, deploying the National Guard. Now, I feel he's doing this with the intent to take back control of Washington, D.C., man, because, you know, it all starts in Washington, D.C. because that's considered the capital. And if you can take control back there, hopefully it becomes like a virus. You clean up one particular era of the virus and it ends up cleaning the whole body. And I feel like that's Trump's, initial plan to do, because, he's been on this clean up journey. When it came to the food stamps, we see how everybody feel about those food stamps. Everybody is kind of upset. Most people are kind of upset. But we all do know certain things we don't agree with could be done for the betterment of everyone else, But sometimes you got to treat folks like they cheering, I guess, But let's listen to Trump. Let's see what he got to say. And, yeah, tap in.
Wow. I've been up here a lot. I've never seen a crowd like this. I think we need a ballroom. And that's happening. It's going to be a beautiful ballroom. This is really a lot of people, most of it. And so you can be anything you want, but you want to have safety in the streets. You want to be able to leave your apartment or your house where you live and feel safe and go into a store to buy a newspaper or buy something. And you don't have that now. The murder rate in Washington today. I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back. Under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States, I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly. And you people are victims of it, too. You're reporters, and I understand a lot of you tend to be on the liberal side, but you don't want to get mugged and raped and shot and killed. And you all know people and friends of yours that happened. And so you can be anything you want, but you want to have safety in the streets. You want to be able to leave your apartment or your house where you live and feel safe and go into a store to buy a newspaper or buy something. And you don't have that now. The murder rate in Washington today is higher than that of Bogota, Colombia, Mexico City, some of the places that you hear about as being the worst places on earth. Much higher. This is much higher. The number of car thefts has doubled over the past 5 years, and the number of carjackings has more than tripled. Murders in 2023 reached the highest rate probably ever. They say 25 years, but they don't know what that means because it just goes back 25 years. Can't be worse. Our capital city has been overtaken by violent gangs and bloodthirsty criminals, roving mobs of wild youth, drugged out maniacs and homeless people. And we're not going to let it happen anymore. We're not going to take it. When you say take a look at numbers, I just saw some charts. These are different cities throughout the world. Red is, okay, the red is a place called Washington, D.C. Look at these. Baghdad we doubled up on Baghdad. Panama City, Brasilia, San Jose, Costa Rica, Bogota, Colombia, heavy drugs. Mexico City, I mentioned, Lima, Peru, all double and triple what they are. So do you want to live in places like that? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Now, this leads me to seeing those stats and stuff like that leaves me back to thinking about what Trump had initially said when he was first running in office again. He mentioned how, you know, a lot of people would send their criminals to America and then to leave America to deal with them. And now to see that America has some of the highest criminal rates, it's just crazy. It's just outright crazy. But you guys, let me know how you guys feel about this in the comment section below. You guys feel like this is a good idea on Trump's end? We could chat about it down there in the comment section. Make sure you follow all the links in the description. I'm gonna get with you guys on the next video.